Hi guys, this is Vitaly with AFT Dispatch and A2C Logistics, and in today's video, I'd like to speak with you about spiking ocean shipping rates and how those correlate in the trucking industry. But first, roll the intro. Welcome back. Before we get started, I'd like to ask you to please like the video, be sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single release of our videos, where every Friday we're talking about something that could benefit you in your trucking businesses, in your trucking careers, as well as cover the loads we've successfully booked for our customers, consisting of lease-on owner-operators and carriers operating under their own MC authorities, running under our truck dispatch services. As always, guys, big thank you for all the likes you provided in all the previous videos. Please do keep them coming, and let's talk about ocean shipping rates, how their spike is going to help the trucking industry, what it ultimately means about this slump, this recession that we've seen in the trucking industry and other sectors of logistics. All right, so there's been a 16-month slump that was in the ocean freight industry. They feel like that is actually ending, and here's why. Trucking and ocean freight, they're really closely, very strongly interconnected, and trucking has been very slow for a number of reasons. Number one, retailers ordered way too much stuff, basically, and consumers stopped, buying stuff. So consumer spending is down, ordering was, overly abundant. There's nothing leaving the shelves, and basically the bare necessities are what are consistently being bought and shipped. And so that's why, that's pretty much all we're seeing that's actually moving around. So there are also way too many trucks now in a situation like this where you have freight that isn't moving. There isn't anything else coming in and volume is low, and you have way too many trucks on the road. It creates a problem because you have way too little freight for way too many trucks, which drives the prices down, and we find ourselves where we are today. So that's the trucking side of things. Obviously, ocean freight that brings the freight from overseas over here is seeing the exact same thing, and what they're seeing is that their freight slump, just like the trucking freight slump, is possibly ending. Very good news for trucking. So there is a thing called the Drewery World Container Index, and that has actually reported recently their biggest week-on-week percentage gain since June of 2021. And that's a really big deal. I think it was 11.8%. And there were other companies specifically that were talking about their plans and what they're seeing, their analysis. It was very complementary to what is being seen by this container index, which, if all put together, if it continues this way, we are looking at potential improvements. Now, I know that today's loads that we're going to show you are going to look really good. That probably doesn't have much to do with what we're talking about in today's video, but I think that as we wait and see how this thing plays out, we may have more freight coming in from overseas into the United States over the next several months, which will increase volume and will substantially increase rates. Let's certainly hope so. Guys, I'm going to switch over to camera. I'm going to look over the loads that we book for our customers. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in just a moment. Welcome back. Let's take a look at some of these loads. We got a vans, reefers, flatbed, even got a reefer team that did very well, which is not normal for reefer teams. Guys, let's start off with a solo reefer coming out of Smyrna, Tennessee, going to Memphis, Tennessee. A quick run, very light load, 11,000 pounds of medical supplies, 234 miles booked at $900. Got them $385 a mile. Then at a Humboldt, Tennessee, took a load to Indianapolis, Indiana. It's a 42,000 pound load of cheese, 383 miles booked at $1,100. Got them $287 a mile. The next load, unfortunately, ended up being a Tonu, a truck order not used. We collected $250. It was supposed to be out of Chicago, going to Kalamazoo, Michigan. Ended up picking up a load out of Battle Creek, Michigan, going to Bentonville, Illinois. It's a very light load, 5,000 pounds of pharmaceutical products, 190 miles, booked at $975, got them $513 a mile. Then out of Chicago, going to Greenville, Wisconsin, another 5,000 pound load of rice baking company products of some sort. It's another 198 miles, booked at $800, got them $404 a mile coming out of Illinois. Then out of Egg Harbor, Wisconsin, took a load to Michigan. That's a Hart, Michigan, with a 40,000 pound load of cherries, 483 miles, booked at $1,800, got them 373 a mile. And they finished off again, Battle Creek, Wisconsin, going to Bentonville again, same thing, 5,000 pound pharma load, 190 miles, booked at $900. And that one is 474 a mile, so a little bit less than the first time, and hopefully they got something back coming back for next week. So that was it. Did really well. Not a ton of miles, but very efficient, and made some good money. Tuesday to Tuesday, $6,725 booked in 7 days. Only 1,678 loaded miles ran, got an average of 401 per loaded mile average. Excellent job, Michael. Very well done. Next, we got ourselves a flatbed that I mentioned earlier. Very interesting. 7 days on the road as well. League City, Texas, with a 1-pick 4-dropper going to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Ottawa, Kansas. Also Garden City, Kansas, and LaSalle, Colorado as the final, with a 25,000 pound total load of tractors, 1,370 miles, definitely a lot of miles, booked at $4,050. Got them $296 a mile. Excellent job. Next, Lincoln, Kansas, going to Sweetwater, Texas. Light load, 20,000 pounds of recycled wind turbines. It's 535 miles, booked at $1,850. Got them $346 a mile. Then, looks like Euless, Texas, going to Claude, Texas. FAK load, 32,000 pounds on a weight, 317 miles, booked at $1,050, got them $331 a mile. Then finished off at Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, going to Dodge City, Kansas. A 45,000 pound load of FAK, 253 miles, booked at $1,100, got them $435 per mile. Looks like a fairly simple week, but did very well. Grossed $8,050 for the week, Monday to Monday, 2,475 loaded miles. Got him on an average of $325 per loaded mile. Excellent job, Patrick. This is he's consistently hitting with his flatbed, doing very well here. Next, I wanted to touch on this one. Next is a reefer team. Now, teams usually do well in dry van configuration, but this team, Jonathan and Brent, are definitely proving week in and week out that a reefer team can also make it. Guys, coming out of Travelers Rest, South Carolina, going to Far, Texas, with a 40,000 pound load of produce, 1,290 miles, booked at $2,200. Got them that load of $171. Made up the difference right out of Far, Texas, going to Topekaman, Pennsylvania, and then Kennett Square, Pennsylvania, with a 30,000 pound light load of refrigerated goods, 1,861 miles, booked at $4,900. Got them $263 a mile there. Things are improving, because out of Bridgeton, New Jersey to Kissimmee, Florida, took a 31,000 pound load of cheese at 1,007 miles, booked that one at $2,900. Got them $288 a mile. All in all, these guys did very well. I was very happy to see these numbers. 7 days on the road, Monday to Monday, grossed $10,000 on the dot, ran 4,158 loaded miles at an average of 241 per loaded mile average. Excellent job for this team. Very well done. Next, we got ourselves a regular dry van solo coming out of Goddard, Texas, going to Haviland, Ohio. It's a 44,000 pound load of plastic articles, 840 miles, booked at $1,600. Got him $190 on that one, coming out of Kansas. Then out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, going to Manon, Indiana. Excuse me. It's 42,000 pound load of Ryzen, probably like amplifiers or inverters, probably 330 watt. 103 mile short run, $480, got him $466 a mile. Then Lafayette, Indiana to Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's a 40,000 pound load of auto parts, 114 miles, booked at $500, got him $439 a mile. Then Battle Creek, Michigan, going to Salt Lake City, Utah. Ended up being a Tonu truck order not used, $250 on that one. Picked up a load out of Marion, Indiana, going to Hannibal, Missouri. 5-dropper, Jefferson City, Missouri, Joplin, Missouri, Muskogee, Oklahoma, and Shawnee, Oklahoma as a final. All in all, 20,000 pound FAK, freight of all kinds, kind of a load, 925 miles. Booked that one at $2,200, got him $238 a mile. And then right out of Shawnee, Oklahoma, took a load to Santa Fe, New Mexico. It's a very light load, dry goods, 3,000 pounds. In total, 571 miles, booked at $1,300, got him $228 a mile there. In any case, 7 days on the road, Friday to Friday, $6,330 gross for the week, 2,553 loaded miles, ran that one at $248 per loaded mile average. Excellent job. Next, we got ourselves regular dry van. Now, the reason I bring this one up, I want you to have a direct comparison to the previous one. This one's different, same time on the road, but they took longer runs, and this is what happens. Still well done, but you will see a drop in the rate and an increase in the gross. Starting off out of Freeport, Texas, going to Mooresville, North Carolina. One pick, one drop, 44,000 pound load of dry goods, 1,125 miles booked at $2,400. Got that one at $213 a mile. On the way back, they did a two pick, two dropper from Sanford, North Carolina pick and a Raleigh, North Carolina pick. Go to Avon, Colorado and Mesa, Arizona as a final. 25,000 pound light load of solar panels, 2,550 miles booked at $4,800 this time. Got them $188 a mile. Averaged out at $196 a mile, ran 3,675 loaded miles, 7 days on the road, Tuesday to Tuesday. Grossed $7,200 on this one at $196. So it's up to you guys how you run. A lot of guys like to run these longer coast to coast or put on a lot of miles, just do 2 runs or 1 run in a week and then just take a one big paycheck. Other guys, like you've seen previously, like to do short runs and end up getting a much more kind of an efficient run in terms of less miles. It might be even more efficient this way with a 25,000 pound load. In any case, very, very well done. That was Kirk, and the previous driver was actually Juan on that dry van, and then this one is definitely Kirk. So appreciate that. Next, we got ourselves. Looks like a regular dry van coming out of Laurel, Mississippi, going to Luray, Virginia. It's a 44,000 pound load of doors, 846 miles booked at $2,000, got them $236 a mile. Then Lyndhurst, Virginia, going to Louisville, Kentucky. It's a 45,000 pound load of consumer food and beverage, 505 miles booked at $965, got them $1.91 coming out of Kentucky. Then out of Mount Washington, Kentucky, coming out to Lincoln, Nebraska, 45,000 pound load of plywood lumber. 727 miles booked at $1,650, got them $227 a mile. And then right out of La Vista, Nebraska, going out to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. It's a 42,000 pound load of dry goods, 454 miles booked at $1,050, got them $231 a mile to come back out of there. All in all, that was it. Friday to Thursday, 6 days on the road. In those 6 days, $5,665 grossed, ran 2,532 loaded miles, got those at an average of $224 per loaded mile average. And that was David. And the last one is going to be Dan. Did very, very well. Another dry van out of St. Louis, Missouri, going to Denver. 45,000 pound load of beer. There was $105 detention on this one. 849 miles booked at $2,605. Got him $307 a mile coming out to Denver. Then headed out to Wyoming, out of Cheyenne, Wyoming. Took a load to Salisbury, North Carolina. It's a cat litter load at 44,000 pounds. 1,611 miles booked at $2,300. Got him $143 to get out of Wyoming. And then out of North Carolina, Black Mountain, North Carolina, going to Jacksonville, Florida. It's a 40,000 pound load of empty CHEP pallets. 452 miles booked at $1,100, got them $243 a mile. I think I remember this load from last week. So our guys are reusing brokers and making sure to keep track of the really good deals. So that's awesome. In any case, that was it. Monday to Monday, 7 days on the road, $6,005 gross, 2,912 loaded miles, ran at a 206 per mile average. So well done, Dan, on that one. As you can see, we've got drivers bringing in $2 to $4 per loaded mile on a consistent basis. Guys, I can't stress this enough. If you're not making this kind of money, if you're working hard, but you're not making this kind of money, if you have the equipment, if you have the willingness to work and you're just not bringing in this kind of money, if you have your own MC or you are a lease-on owner operator, either way, you work with the same dispatchers. And if you have the tenacity, the willingness to work, the right equipment, the clean MC or the clean MVR, CSA scores, PSP scores, things like that. Guys, we will help those carriers out. We will help those owner operators out, but you need to reach out to us because this is a very tough time in the industry. A lot of companies are going out of business. A lot of owner ops are going out of business. We don't want you to go the same way, basically. And while there are other options available, at least do yourself a favor and explore those options. You can get in touch with us by calling or texting at 801-448-6363. You can also get more information on our website at aftdispatch.com. You can fill out the little forms that are on there. We'll send you some stuff over email. We'll also call you, answer your questions. But yes, there are other options available. And for those who qualify, this will be an absolute boon to your bottom line. So definitely looking forward to hearing from you guys. And until next week, stay healthy, be wealthy. Take care.